My name is Katie. I'm from Revere Cares at Mass General Hospital, the Center for Community Health Improvement. We're going to be starting the Revere Beach Memorial very shortly, but before we do, I wanted to acknowledge the students from Revere High School and local middle schools who just arrived here as part of the community walk for recovery. They were walking in support of those who are in recovery from substance abuse. And they were also walking to encourage their peers to remain above the influence of drugs and alcohol. Thank you to the students and faculty advisors who made this walk a great success. This walk, This walk and tonight's memorial are part of Revere's efforts to recognize September each year as National Recovery Month. Together, these events present our community with the opportunity to reflect upon the devastating impact that addiction has had on Revere and channel hope towards those who are striving for recovery and towards young people who have not started to use yet. So to officially close the Community Walk for Recovery, I'd now like to invite Justin Rogier from Revere High School to come up here and read the City of Revere's proclamation of September 2013 as Recovery Month, which was passed unanimously by the Revere City Council in August of this year.
Good evening, everyone. I'd just like to thank all of you for coming to this walk. It really means a lot to the community, and just to see everyone come together, it's really something special. You know, we have all of the students basically from Revere High. It's just we all come together as one to solve a problem, and that's really, really, really something. I'd like you guys to give a hand for yourself. This is the Recovery Month Proclamation. Whereas behavioral health is an essential part of one's overall health wellness, and whereas prevention of mental and/or substance use disorder works, treatment is effective, and people recover in our area and around the nation. And whereas preventing and overcoming mental and/or substance use disorders is valuable to the individuals, families, and the community at large. And whereas people in recovery achieve healthy lifestyles, both physically and emotionally, and contribute in positive ways to their communities. And whereas we must encourage relatives and friends of people with mental and/or substance use disorders to implement preventive measures, recognize the signs of the problem, and guide those in need of appropriate treatment and recovery support services. And whereas in 2011, 3.8 million people received specialty treatment for substance use disorders, and more than 31.6 million adults aged over 18 or older receive services for mental health problems, according to 2011 National Survey on Drug Use and Health. Given the serious nature of this public health problem, we must continue to reach the millions more who help. And whereas the 7th Annual Revere Beach Memorial, which will take place on Sunday, September 29, 2013, remembers those whose lives have been cut short due to the alcohol and drugs, and provide family members and friends with the opportunity to gain strength and support from other community members who have experienced a similar loss. And whereas the 3rd Annual Community Walk for Recovery, which will take place on Sunday, September 29, 2013, gives youth the opportunity to support individuals in recovery, while also committing to be above the influence of drugs and alcohol. And whereas the Revere Fire Department has utilized intranasal naloxone to revive more than 100 opioid overdoses since February 2013. That's a high number. It shouldn't have to be that many. I'm really, really happy that a lot of us choose to be above the influence. Whereas to help more people achieve and sustain long-term recovery, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, the White House official of National Drug Control Policy, the Revere Cares Coalition, and the City of Revere invite all the residents of Revere to participate in National Recovery Month. And now, therefore, be it resolved that we, Revere City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of September 2013 as Recovery Month in Revere, and call upon the people of Revere to observe this month with appropriate programs, activities, and ceremonies to support this year's Recovery Month. Thank you all.
My name is Matt, and I'm a heroin addict. What's going on? Can we get a round of applause for everybody that came out tonight? Yeah. Real quick, I just want to say rest in peace, Michael Sparks, James Slattery, and Stephen Pacheco. I got a letter from my first love I'm going to share with you guys. I miss you so much. Please come back to me. Dying for your touch, but you will need me eventually. It's been a while, but I'm still in your thoughts. Running wild, our love will never stop. The affair you're having, that's easily forgiven. I sit back here laughing while you're trapped in my prison, holding me hostage, begging to breathe again. I'm blessed with the knowledge we share this life till the end. When you were the lowest, I was there to pick you up. Saved you from feeling hopeless when you were down in your luck. Patience is simple to handle because it's only a matter of time. Till everything gets dismantled, your misery and I collide. The years that treated you well, while you still fantasize about how good it could be. We had to go through hell, but I know you were meant to be with me. Walking hand in hand into forever, in sickness and in health. We will always be together, there's no one you can blame but yourself. Don't you remember the good moments we shared and the happiness you bring from someone that truly cared, who used to do anything just so I could be inside, feeling every part of you. There's no reason to hide, denial is a small obstacle. We're a perfect match, it is our destiny for you to walk down that path that leads you back to me. This is only a reminder, leaving you my heart in a note. Our love is still a burning fire, sign, your one true love, dope.
Good evening. My name is Kim. Welcome to the 7th Annual Revere Beach Memorial. Thank you, Revere High School, for your commitment to supporting our building of a healthier community. Welcome, recovery community. Whether today be the first day of your journey or a moment in time to embrace the journey you have chosen, thank you, recovery community, for helping support us in building a healthier community. As I have been saying for the past 25 years, substance abuse and addiction impacts so many of us in this community. We need to continue to speak out and remove the stigma so that people will live. And now, I would like to focus on the reason we are brought here together this evening. For the parents, for the children, for the spouses, for the siblings, for the friends and loved ones. I heard a quote yesterday that I would like to reflect on. We don't always remember what people tell us. We don't always remember what people do for us, but we always remember what we feel when we take a moment to do so. So please, take a moment, close your eyes, and remember what you felt when there was laughter. Remember what you felt from the holding of the hand. Remember what you felt when there were smiles. Open your eyes and remember what you feel, and keep this in your heart.
Good evening. My name is Carrie Ann and I'm a grateful recovering addict. Death is nothing at all. I have only slipped away into the next room. I am me and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we still are. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in the easy way you always used to. Put no difference in your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed, at the little jokes we always enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word, that it always was. Let it be spoken without effort, without the ghost of a shadow in it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is an absolute unbroken continuity. What is death but a negligible accident? Why should I be out of my mind because I am out of sight? Somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well. Nothing is past, nothing is lost. One brief moment and all will be as it was before. How shall we laugh in the trouble of parting when we meet again? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joanne Revere, and I lost a son to a drug overdose. Frank died on 11/15 of 2009, and this is my 4th year doing the memorial. So I'm going to start with the poem, and the poem is The Fallen Addict. My passing leaves no room for blame, no room for anger or hate. I chose the path I walked upon. I chose my own faith. Don't question yourself for my mistakes, nor feel there were more that you could have done. It was my fight with the addiction, and it simply just won. I know how much I was loved, my family and my friends. I just ask you, see my passing with the message that it sends. I was warned of all the danger. I was begged to walk away. I was told of my life's ending, if on this path I were to stay. I chose not to listen for reasons of my own. Just know that in your hearts, I don't die alone. I didn't die alone, I'm sorry. I had the love of all of you. You made that very clear. And in my heart, I held you all so very, very dear. Now, those of you who walked with me, you see I ran ahead to show each and every one of you this road leads to dead. Let my life and my death be a lesson for all the world to see. Make it especially clear to those I love not to follow me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jay. We'd like to welcome you, and we're going to light the candles now, and as we do, Chief Joe Shefko play Amazing Grace for us. The lighting of the candles represents our grief and pain over losing you. It represents how much we love you. It represents the courage to confront sorrow and confront each other. The lighting of the candle represents all of our memories of you. The times we laughed, cried, and were silly together. The times we were angry at each other. The joyful and wonderful times we had together. And for all the memories we have shared. Finally, the lighting of the candle represents the love in our hearts for what will always burn bright for you.
My name is Amy O'Hara. I'm a lieutenant with the Revere Police Department. Jack Avalone. Joe Ark. Paul Ark. Melanie Barrasso. Jason Wagner, Ricky Bell, Michael Bennett, Karen Lynn Berry, Carrie Ann Lampy, Craig Otari, Jill Boyden, Joe Burns, Busta, Eddie Capiello, John J. Carrillo, Donald F. Carroll, Eileen Cashin, Jamie Catanazzo, Lori Solani, John Michael Ciano, Kevin Cesari, Joseph Cordero, Vernon Rima, Jason Daniels, Clyde DeBay, Frankie Denty, Andrea DeSorbo, Gap, Mike DiGiantomaso, David Dill, Laurie Diaz, Jason Doherty, Vincent Doheny, Ryan Evers, Dana Ferrulo, David Figliolini, Merle Felix, Michael Farrow, Johnny Festa, Nicole Freitas, Raymond Galvin, Carl G. Salvatore Giuliano,
Hello, I'm Gary. Stacy Goldstein, Stephen Grayson, David Hall, Erica Grover, Stephanie Hannafin, Joseph Hanscom, Robert Hardy, Cindy Hassey, Hector, Jimmy Holcomb, Eddie Hedrigan, that was Eddie Hedrigan, Brian Holohan, Ashley Helberg, Daniel Emmerman, Scott Eisbad, Josh Joseph, Stacy Johnson, Jesse Jones, Reuben Justice, Billy Kempton, Bobby King, Ryan King, Ryan Cooch, Bobby LaCentra, Butchie Landenberg, Jennifer Lee, Stephen Livingston, Andrew Lucido McGuire, Christine Lyons, Brooke M., Janet M., Dennis Modolo, Edward McGuire, Michael McDonald, Michael Mahoney, Anthony Mantra, Michelle Manning, Kevin Martin,
Hi, my name is Julia Hall. Hope Meredith. Paul McAllister. John McGuire. Scott McGinnis. Chris Mercer. Andrew David Mitchie. Scott James Miles. Jason Mitchell. Rich Meyer. Kelly Monaco. Matt Monaco. Carlos Morales. Cookie Morales. Teddy Joseph Moretti. John Murphy. Stephen Murphy. Paul Mousy. Robert Nelson. TJ Nelson. Robbie Nunes. Charles O'Leary. Charles Oviolo. Lenny Orlandello Jr. Donald Parent. Tommy Penta. Michael Petrillo. David Polsinetti. Rafael Curado. Richie. Taylor Richards. Joelle Riley. Frank Rivicchio. Dominic Rosa. Vincent Rosa. George Rowland. Patrick Ryan. Christine Santo. Stephanie Savickas. Tom Saudi. Joseph Saborza. Brenda Shuri. Charlene Sheehan. Philip Signorano. Vincent Silva. Billy Sinclair. Danny Silverman. Will Sommer. Michael Stewart. Christopher Strong. Gerald T. Sullivan. Russell J. Talbot. Lola T. Kim Tarasuk. Keith Tedesco. Bobby Upton. Gino Ventimiglia. Paul Weed. Sean Welch. Tommy Whalen. Richie Whalen. Matthew John White. Eddie Wierzinski. Chrissy Woodward. Tony Zambuta. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Chucky. I'm a grateful recovering addict. I'm going to read the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as a pathway to peace, taking, as he did, this sinful world as it is, not as we would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever in the next. Amen.
I am Patrick, and this is John, Chris, and Aaron. We're here on behalf of the Chelsea Drug Court, Michael Chelsea Drug Court Alumni Association. In closing, I invite you to extinguish your candles now. Let us leave remembering those we have lost and those who still battle this disease, giving them the strength and hope to enter into or maintain their recovery. Good night to all.
How are you? Good to see you.